Hey everyone, it's Bex from Reading and Writing Redhead. I hope you can hear me well and not hear my dog who's totally snoring like right here. He's such a goofball. Anyway, I am going to talk a little bit more about the Daily 5 today. What do you need to get started with a Daily 5? You probably don't even have to get anything ready, maybe just a few things. But let me tell you again, using the Daily 5 book by the two sisters. Oops, how about over here if I put it over here? By Gail and Joan. What they say that you need. Also, this is what I've always needed to just have reading successfully during ELA block in my classroom. Okay, so first of all, I did a whole other video on attention getting signals, but you need a quiet signal. They recommend chimes, but there are other things you can use as well. So you also need a chart rack or some place for storage for your charts, for hanging and storing your charts. There'll be some kind of anchor charts. I'll explain those later. You also might need an interactive whiteboard, a projector, something like that, a smart TV. Tools for students. So some students are going to need support, so you might want to have a kind of toolbox for them. The toolbox might include some timers, so that if they need a break, they can have one, 30-second, 60-second, 90-second timers, maybe a 2-minute timer. A small sandwich bag with some Unifix cubes or pattern blocks, not very many, but enough for them to just manipulate something if they need to move. Maybe a stopwatch for older students. Maybe some alternative books to read like an I Spy, Good Old Where's Waldo, Guinness Book of World Records. Okay, all your kids are going to also need a book box, individual book box. Just Google if you're not sure what materials you can use or where you can get those. Google it. Even the dollar store, you can use cereal boxes. And teachers are hoarders, so someone in your school probably has something you can use for individual book boxes for your kids. You also need a gathering place established, which is pretty obvious, but where does your class meet? Probably on a rug area. You're going to need some eye charts, so you need the chart paper, and eye charts are like anchor charts. For example, you might have a chart that shows and explains to students what students are doing during Read to Self and what the teacher is doing during Read to Self. Also, you just need, it's not really a supply that you need, but you need to consider classroom design. Again, I mentioned this in another video, but I have a lot of flexible seating blog posts. And think about, do your kids just want to sit at their desks to read? Might they want to sit on the rug? Do you have some alternative seating, some options for them? So that's it. A lot of those things you probably already have in place or have in your classroom or in your school. That's all you need to get started with the Daily 5.